Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. We're going to continue the detailing supply, tool, product, top 5 or best of in each category, and really every category that you have recommended down in the comment section. And I'd love you to continue to recommend some more categories to cover. If you want me to cover it, I'll cover it. Today we're going to continue on with panel preps. What's a panel prep? Panel prep is a mixture of surfactants, sometimes isopropyl alcohol, solvents, and a few other things to clean the slate before your last step protection in auto detailing. For the most part, they will remove polish oils, some minor contaminants, fingerprints, and get the surface ready for your protection, a wax, a sealant, or a coating. So that's mainly what a panel prep is used for. There are some off-label use as well. And I want to mention this list are products that I use on a regular basis here, and I see their results long term. I would really love for you to mention products that work for you down in your environment that may not be on the list that I reveal for you guys. And that's okay, because every environment is different. There's no wrong answer here. I'm just giving you some products as a baseline to try, maybe if you are out of a certain product and you're willing to try something new. Don't ever go ahead and line up all of your shelves full of useless detailing products. Just try something new maybe when you absolutely need it. Let's continue on with our list of top 5 with panel preps, and we have 5 of them lined up here today. I also have an honorable mention as well. All right, let's get the list going. I have a mixture of both products that you can find locally in my lists, and then also professional detailing products that you can really only get by ordering. And I wanted to have a mix of all of those so it gives you options. If you feel like just going locally and picking something up, I gave you an option. If you feel like getting something a little bit more concentrated and professional, because those found locally just about anywhere are going to be watered down a little bit. There's a little bit of liability that the companies need to keep in mind, so they don't have them quite as strong and concentrated as some of the more professional products you can purchase. So my number 5 is actually a product you can find locally at parts stores, Pep Boys, auto detailing stores near you, and it is the Mother's CMX Surface Prep. And this is a isopropyl alcohol water-based prep that can remove polish oils, fingerprints, very light bonded contaminants. My list also does contain, by the way, some solvent-based preps, which you need to watch what you're doing there. If you use a solvent-based prep, fresh after correcting paint, there is a little bit of a chance of swelling in the paint. You don't want that. So you need to kind of know what you're doing with a solvent-based prep, and I'll let you know which ones are solvent-based. But the Mother's CMX Surface Prep, guys, is economical, a product you can find locally, so it's convenient. So cost-effective and convenient, check, check. And even though it is not quite as concentrated as some of these others, it does work. And I do use it here in a pinch. If I'm waiting for a shipment or my delivery guy to come in with some fresh prep, I'll go out and I'll get this. Now, I have to refer to my notes when it comes to pricing, because it's all over the place. This is a 24-ounce container here, guys, and this is just $11.47. Now, yeah, you can go out and purchase some of the isopropyl alcohol in a local grocery store and make your own. All they did really is, in some of these, is add scent, color, and some surfactants that you won't find in a grocery store, and some solvents that you also will not find in a grocery store to add to it. Isopropyl alcohol alone will get some of your light fingerprints and very, very light oils, yes. But if you want to dig a little bit deeper and get a clean slate, the professional ones are the ones to go for. You can also get this in the 6-pack for a case of 6 Okay, it doesn't give me a price for a case of 6, but the 24-ounce bottles here are $11.47, a good price, and that's my number 5. Let's move to number 4. Number 4 for me is going to be the Armor Detail Supplies Panel Prep. This one here is a mixture of surfactant, isopropyl alcohol, degreasers, and a foaming agent that helps when you're swiping your media across the panel to cut back on marring. So let's say you were working on a delicate, soft clear coat and you spent a ton of time correcting it, right? Well, during that prep process, between the correction and laying down your protection, you don't want to mar it again and have to start all over again. So they have something within the formula to help cut back on that. This is, again, the Armor Detail Supply Panel Prep, Surface Prep. Let me revert to my notes when it comes to pricing here. 16 ounce, $14.99. Now they do have that crossed off. They're 10% off. Let me see the other options. You can get it in gallon, $69.99. So a very effective, a pleasure to work with. And it seems to me to get the slate clean before your protection without marring the surface. So that is my number 4. All right, let's go to number 3. My number 3 is going to be Detailing World's Prepper Multi-Purpose Solvent. This comes in a 32-ounce container, and this has surfactants, but mostly it's a solvent-based product, and you can double that up in auto-detailing it, using it for contamination and polish oils, and then you can use it in a body shop setting to get ready for paint as well. Solvent-based preps, they evaporate quickly. You need to work with them quickly. They are powerful, and again, if you're using them right after correction when that paint is warm and sometimes even hot and those pores are open, you can swell the paint. So just be very careful. Let the paint cool down before you use it. You'll be perfectly fine. These can also be used to spot clean. If you have maybe some light speckles of tar, artillery fungus, or even sap, I will sometimes mist into a microfiber applicator, work the area, and you would be surprised as to what you can get off the surface. So very good, very strong product. When it comes to pricing, this big container here is $17.99, so not a bad price. Let me see if it comes in another, okay, gallon size. They do have it in gallon size, but I am not seeing, there it is, 5 gallon. So this size here, and then 5 gallon for $194.99, and you wouldn't need it for quite some time if you got the 5 gallon, obviously. So this is my number 3. Let's move on. Okay, number 2 for me is going to be another solvent-based panel prep. So these are have a little bit more reach or oomph to them, so you'll be able to remove old waxes, maybe even road films, artillery fungus. I've removed fresh pine sap successfully, and this guy here is a strong product to use. Now, in a hurry, if I needed to do my panel prep and protect, you know, running up close to a deadline, I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to wait until the paint cools down, completely use this. I'll probably use my number 1, which is just completely, you know, isopropyl alcohol, surfactants, and degreasers. But this one here is excellent to have on hand if you want to just reach and get a deeper clean for that paint. And be able to handle more stuff. This also in a body shop setting is a great product to prep for painting as well. So multi-purpose use. Let me see about price here. You can get it in the 5 liter and 500 milliliter. The 500 mil is between 13 and 15 bucks depending on where you can find it. This is a little bit harder to find than some of the other products on the list, but still can be found here, Canada, and obviously in Europe. Very good product. Bilt Hamber is, you know, has these no-frill labels, but don't let that fool you. Everything I've used from them is very, very effective. All right, that will bring me to my number one at the top of this list, and that is going to be the Phoenix EOD's Paleus Panel Prep. I use this in every video, just about every video. This took the place of my number one about 2 years ago, and my number one at that point is going to be an honorable mention in this video, so stay tuned. This one here is 500 milliliters for $13, $14. You can get it in 8 ounce, 16 ounce, 32 ounce, and a gallon. This one here is a surfactant, isopropyl alcohol, and some other degreasing agents that will be a great way to get a clean slate on the surface for protection. But what I like about this is it's one of the safest preps out there to use not only on your paint, but rubber, plastic, chrome, any type of hard surface on the exterior of your automobile, this is safe on. No, you don't have to grab multiple products. There's no unnecessary dyes and colors and scents in here. It's just straight up surfactant and isopropyl alcohol. It is a quick flashing. It doesn't evaporate immediately, but it won't hang around on the surface very long, which makes quick work of your prep step before protection. My absolute number one. Now, for honorable mention, what I used for years before this came out was Geon Prep. Geon Prep is very, very close to this formulation, except for they have a reddish color, pink color, and some scent to make it more pleasurable. I can't smell anything anyways. I just want something that works. Just like my car shampoos. I don't want that unnecessary garbage. I just want something that has your active ingredient and it works. So Geon Prep is my honorable mention. If you haven't tried that, give it a shot as well. It's a little bit more expensive than these, but you get what you pay for. I hope that helps. Again, this was panel prep. This is before your last step protection, wax, sealant, coating, or whatever. Most of these are just for paint. This one here for all surfaces. I hope that helps. Mention your favorite down in the comment section, and we'll have much more of the top 5 or the best of series in auto detailing products and tools. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.